Yo, peace was good. Welcome to another hip hop album review. This is part 237. The album that I would like to review today is Big Daddy Kane with his fifth album. Looks like a job for released in 1993. You guys by now should know who he is. I did a review on his first four albums. I did Long Live the Kane that came out in '88, which is a classic album. A lot of people consider that to be his best album. Then he dropped the second album in '89. It's a Big Daddy Kane, which was like his breakthrough album. It's like what got him noticed, like nationwide and eventually worldwide. 1990 came out Taste of Chocolate, which I was not a fan of. It got some decent songs here, but it was a flop in my personal opinion. Even Kane himself didn't really like the album. He felt like the album was rushed, and you could definitely tell. 1991, he dropped Prince of Darkness, which I feel like is a very underrated album. I like the album. I know some people don't like that album, but I love it. You know what I mean? So right after the release of Prince of Darkness, he was also featured on Playgirl. He did a spread for Playgirl magazine. Yeah, so that was a big controversy on that part. There was like a lot of talk with that. And then in 1990, he was dealing with that whole age rumor, that kind of thing. That was really kind of fucked with his career. Like his career hasn't been the same since. That really messed him up. Like I said before, I think it to the point where he actually went to a Harlem seminar and he actually showed the test results that he's negative. And I heard rumors that he actually did a segment with Oprah based on the rumors of him having AIDS. But I don't think that ever came out. I don't think that episode saw the light of day. I think it's really remains unreleased, like in the vaults and stuff like that. So and I definitely understand that, because that's not something I would want my kids to see. I don't have kids, but I'm just saying, like, I'm just speaking on Big Daddy Kane. And then in 1992, he was featured in the infamous book by by Madonna, Sex. Big controversy. You seen like pictures with him and Madonna. You know what I mean? Him doing this thing in there. You know what I'm saying? And also that book was supposed to promote her album at that time that came out in '92, that same year, called Erotica, which I felt like was a very underrated album, very dope album. Love the feel of the album, very dope. It's very hip hop influenced, but like dance, like house dance influence as well. So I thought it was pretty dope. Very slept on album in my opinion. Yeah, man, the shit that he was talking about that album, crazy. Anyways, also there's been speculations that he smashed Madonna. And a lot of interviewers asked him. He's kind of like, you can't confirm, can't deny it, kind of thing. Don't kiss, don't tell, that kind of thing. I think Son smashed it. Salute to him if he did. Shout out to him for that. And then in 1993, he appeared in two films. He appeared on Posse, which is like a black cowboy film, which I thought was pretty dope. Very dope movie. Very Mary Van Peebles. I think Louis Gossett Jr. is in that movie, and Big Daddy Kane's in that movie as well. Very underrated movie, very dope movie. It's not a movie I really hear too many people talk about. And then he was also featured on The Meteor Man. He played one of the Golden Lords in that movie. I remember seeing that movie back in '93 in the theaters. I was 6 years old. I fucking love that movie. Although it's very campy, I do admit it's very campy, but it's fun to watch. It's cool to watch, you know what I'm saying? It's like very laughable from moments and things like that. Robert Townsend, very underrated actor and comedian in my opinion. And then dropped this album, 1993. It looks like a job for it. I'm telling you, early 90s was a very busy time for Big Daddy Kane. Alright? So, how I get down, show you guys what the album looks like. You see Big Daddy Kane, hoodie, see him looking at the projects. I'm assuming that's cause he's from Lafayette Garden houses in Bed-Stuy. But it kind of looks like Prospect Plaza in Brownsville. That's where MOP grew up at and stuff like that. But yeah. That's what it looks like. I like the look of it. Kind of gives you like set the tone of the album. pretty dope. You know what I mean? The back got the track listing, and you also got like the production credits and the features, so it's very convenient. You know, very dope. All right, that's what the CD looks like. It's like purple and black, pretty cool. All right. And then you got Mr. C and Big Daddy Kane. You know what I mean? Pretty dope. Then you got Big Daddy Kane and Scrap Lover and you know, yeah, all of them just pouring a 40 on the dude. Pretty funny. Then you got like the abandoned house, the abandoned buildings, and you know the building and stuff like that. Assuming that's where he lived at the time. And got this, got this picture right here for the ladies. You know what I mean? All right. There are 2 singles of the album. Singles are How'd You Get a Record Deal, which is like the lead single, and the song Very Special, which was like a cover of the song Very Special by Deborah Laws. That favorite song from '81. Yeah, very dope song. Very dope. Alright. And you know how I get down? I'm gonna go through the producers and the features. First off, I'm gonna talk about the producers. Producers on the album are Trackmasters. Yes, same Trackmasters, you know, that did stuff for Foxy Brown, Jay-Z, you know, the whole bap, you know, all that, you know. But this is before then. Their beats were like more aggressive, more harder, you know, more boom bap based, poking Tone, you know what I mean? When Tone was known as Red Hot Lover Tone at the time, he was a rapper as well. He has 2 albums. I have his first album, Red Hot Lover Tone, or his Red Hot Lover Tone. And then I need to get his #1 album. Need to get that, but that shit goes for stupid money online. Love that album, love the beats on that album. But yeah, I'm getting off topic. Trackmasters, like I did some production on this album. DJ Clash, Robert Brown for Twin Loops Productions. Big Daddy Kane himself. Easy Mo B is kind of like all over his album. You know, you get to really hear Easy Mo B in hip hop form. I mean, he's always been hip hop, but you know what I'm trying to say, he was kind of finding his sound around this time. You know what I mean? Because in '91, he actually did he produced that whole album, Doo Bop by Miles Davis. So then we check that out. And then you know he was part of the group. Rapping is fundamental, stuff like that. Easy Mo B, Cool V, you know, producer for Biz Marquee. Easy Mo B once again, Big Daddy Kane, Lost Professor did 1 track, Mr. C, Spark Boogie, Hank Shockley, G Wiz, additional production by Easy Mo B, Big Daddy Kane. Alright, features on the album. Features are Mr. C, Scoob Lover, Scrap Lover, Lil Daddy Shane, LaVie Williams. Let's see who else. Spinderella of Salt and Pepper fame, LaVie Williams, Karen Anderson. And that's it for the features. Alright. You know how I get down. I'm gonna go through some of the tracks, break them down like I usually do. Alright. First track, Looks Like a Job For, self-titled track of the album. Very dope way to start the album. Dope beat by Trackmasters. That was produced by Trackmasters. Love it. Aggressive track. I love the line. I like the line when he says, "Cause I flipped the script like a movie director. I'm making the non-believers believe what I'm dishing up, and people that still fans will be will be air conditioners." I thought that was pretty dope. Dope way to start the album. Alright, so that's track 1, Looks Like a Job For. Track 2, How'd You Get a Record Deal. That was produced by Trackmasters. That was the lead single of the album. Love the video for it. Very dope quotables on this track. You know, kind of, you know, in this album, he kind of went back to his first album. Like he was like more like punchline heavy, lyrical, and you'll see more throughout the album and stuff like that. I like the line where he says, I'm keeping girls of all shade on my troll from a sister act down the single white female. Cause when I hit the skins, all they say, damn Kane, you knocked out the bush like a presidential campaign. But if you look in the toes, make me weak, you better treat me like Freddy Krueger, don't sleep. Woo! Love that. I've always loved that line. Always loved that. That was pretty dope and love the video for that. Very sick. Yeah, track 3, Chocolate City, is a posse cut featuring Mr. C, Scoob Lover, Scrap Lover, Little Daddy Shane, Larry Williams. That was produced by DJ Class and Robert Brown for Twin Loops Productions. Additional production by Trackmasters. Dope posse cut. Like I said, it kind of reminded me of Down the Line from Taste of Chocolate, but with a better beat and like a follow up to that song, you know. Although I do like Down the Line, very underrated posse cut. I like the line by Kane when he said, what he said. Let me see. There's a line that Scrap Lover said, smooth and mild but complicated. I put the crowd to smash like a driver that's intoxicated. Rappers write rhymes and talk about guns in jail, but wouldn't squeeze a lemon in a cocktail. And that was pretty funny. Kane when he says, a hardcore blow to the face I'll provide to give you a crooked eye just like St. Ides. Leave you home and you must be screaming and yelling. Not even Kumo D shades can hide your swelling. Woo! Killed that shit. So that was track 3, Chocolate City. Dope, funky beat. You know, I like the beat for that. It's pretty cool. Track 4, Prelude. It's just an acapella freestyle by Big Daddy Kane. You know, nothing too crazy. I didn't really write any notes for that. So, track 5, The Beef Is On, produced by Big Daddy Kane. It's like a braggadocio track of how hard he is and that kind of thing. Like, you know, like when it comes to beef, like, you know, he had that nigga. I didn't really like the beat for this. Not gonna hold you, didn't really care for the beef like that. But I do like he did have some dope lines. I like the line when he says, like a crew of barbarians and brothers that want beef, I make them vegetarians. So don't even front and try to put it as if you're rough. Cause as soon as I see you, best believe I'ma call you bluff. And everyone will try to press up. It's on tough. It's on me tough. Yeah, he killed that shit. I like that shit right there. So that was track 5. The Beef Is On, produced by Big Daddy Kane. Wasn't crazy about the beat, but I like the lyrics. I thought it was pretty cool. I like that vegetarian line. I thought that was pretty dope. Track 6, Stop Shaman. That was produced by Easy Mo B. Dope track. I didn't write anything to it, but pretty much what he talks about is like, you know, black people and like black celebrities specifically trying to keep up the Joneses, like keep up the trends and things like that. Like for example, you got this fool Jim Jones in Paris, you know, dressed up in practically a dress. In a dress and shit like that, and he's on runway and all that, trying to get the attention of the fashion industry and then Kanye West and all. And like, come on, man, like stop that shit. Like that shit is crazy. So he talks about that in '93, kind of like the song "You're Struggling" by Boogie Down Productions, where he blasts people trying to get like, you know, blonde highlights and then, you know, hazel eyes and green eyes and shit like that. So he blasts cats like that, you know what I'm saying? So I thought it was really funny. So kind of the same concept with that. Track 7, Brother Man. That's produced by Cool V. Again, in-house producer for Biz Marquee. That's featured Little Daddy Shane. Dope track, one of my favorite tracks off the album. Love the back and forth between them two. I like the line by Kane when it says, You're not prepared to rappers or scared to confront this, cause you know damn well you don't want this. Some good of us is just a breakout before I treat you like a fast food restaurant and take out. As soon as I see the microphone, I'ma seize that, squeeze that, a battle, you better freeze that. Woo! He killed that. Very, very dope. Lil Daddy Shane, like I said, he's not the best MC in the world, but he does shine on this track. And I didn't really write any lyrics for him, but because there was nothing to stand out. But I don't know, it's just the way the beat sounds and the way he sounds over the beat, it definitely made him sound dope. So that's my thoughts on that. So that was track 7, Brother Man. Track 8, Rest in Peace. That was produced by Easy Mo B. Very dope track. Just slaying MCs, shit like that. Dope track. One of my favorite tracks of the album. How'd You Get the Record Deal? Obviously, one of my favorite tracks as well. I like the line where he says, "Yes, I'm the one with clout. They're all talking about. To be frank, I have the flavor like a sauerkraut. I like that." Another line where he says, "Whenever the mic's mine, I'll rock a hype rhyme and come off like a 30 panties at nighttime." Oh my god, that is too funny, man. Yeah, man. Oh man, that's too funny. That's funny, man. Rest in peace. Very special. That was the second single, and the last single of the album is a cover of the song "Very Special" with Deborah Laws. Everybody knows that song. Everybody in that mother and their dog knows that song. So, I'm not gonna even try to attempt it because I'm not a good singer at all. Very special's all I had. Yeah, all I have is yeah. I'm not gonna try to do that. Yeah, okay. I butchered up the lyrics. I know, but that was featuring Spinderella, Larry Williams, Karen Anderson. That was produced by Big Daddy Kane. Dope track. I like the way the beat sounds. It kind of sounds like it sounds like one of those. It sounds like like a typical R&B track with just chords and things like that. Kind of sounds like something that you would hear like on like Babyface like album and stuff like that. Something he would produce around that time. Um, I do like the line when he says, "Cause I fell straight into your trap, and since they say love is blind, I'm the Ray Charles of rap, and I'm waiting for you to put me in your mix. Cause you got my nose open like a jar of Vicks." I thought it was pretty cool. Dope lines. From what I heard, this song actually broke top 40 in Billboard charts. So it was like his first and only single that actually did that. You know what I mean? Because all the classic songs, like all the classic singles, like I Get the Job Done, Ain't No Half Stepping, those didn't really break Billboard charts. Like it wasn't the Very Special was like his first track that actually did that. So I thought it was pretty cool. Um, I've been trying to see if there was a video for it, but I don't see there's a video. I don't know if there is one. Guys, let me know if there is a video. There has to be. There has to be a video for that. Just can't find it on YouTube, so which is unfortunate because I would like to see the video for that. All right, track 10. Here Comes Kane, Scoob, and Scrap. That was produced by Easy Mo B. Dope track. Like the beat for it. Another posse cut. I like the line by Kane when he says, "Rebel for wreck them rappers, I dissect them, cause anything I say on the mic will affect them. How? So bad, they gotta run for shelter. So rappers take flight like they work for Delta." That's dope. Another line I like when he said, "The breaker that take a money maker, never a faker. My lyrics are built like Schwarzenegger. So all my competition get derailed, destroyed. You need to put your weak rhymes on steroid." That's dope. I love that. So that was track 10. Here Comes Kane, School, and Scrap. Track 11, Niggas Never Learn. My favorite track of the album. Produced by Lost Professor. That beat is so fucking gangster. That boom, 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 boom. Like he just filtered that bass line and just that beat and the sample made it to a bass, like a filtered bass line. Very fucking dope. Lost Professor on the SP 1200 and S950 at the time. That was his weapon of choice at the time. Fucking love that. Love the line when he says, "Some good advices don't even come my way. You better press upon my Chucky if you're looking for child's play." Fucking love that. Let me say that again. "Some good advisors don't even come my way. You better press upon Chucky if you're looking for some child's play." Another line when he says, "I'm not Robert Townsend, but every time I speak, I'll leave a rapper chest beating like he had 5 heartbeats." Oh, yeah, he killed that. Yo, that shit is dope, son. He just goes in on that track. Really love that. Love that track. Love it. Love it. That should have been a single. I wish there was a video for that, man. Something simple. just him in the projects. You know what I mean, with his boys, just saying what he says. You know what I mean, killed that shit. Track 12, Give It To Me. That's produced by Mr. C and Spark Boogie. Um, it's a ladies track. Um, but he has some very questionable lines in this track. And I'm gonna have to, as I usually do, like I recite the dope lyrics, I have to just recite the questionable lines. One of them I have to say is, yo, oh my god, like the line with the dirty drawers wasn't, it's questionable, but there was a where he said, the go getter, the skins hitter. If your girl says she meet me, I probably did her. Word up, the sexy super stud. I jump your bones like 10 Crips against one blood. What? Yo, what the? That's like mad rapey, son. Like, what is wrong with this nigga? Another line when he says, so come on, let's do this. As I tiptoe to your tulips, like like Moses, I part them legs like the Red Sea. Then I plant something deadly. Pounding and pounding is how I serve in this. Making it look like your bed is going through turbulence. Nigga! Yo, what? Yo, that is crazy, son. Like, that, yo. Yo, Kane is wilding on that, son. Um, Then you got Track 13, Enough Respect, produced by Hank Shockley, G Wiz, additional production by Easy Mo B. Realistically, Easy Mo B did the beat for this. The original version was done by Hank Shockley and Gary G Wiz. Gary G Wiz, he was like the new addition to Public Enemy, because at the time, um, they stopped at that time in '91 when they did the Pockets '91 album, which is a very underrated album. Um, Bomb Squad at that time, like they were making the beats for the album, but a lot of the reels and the dats and the disc got stolen. So they were kind of like they were kind of struggling at that time, man. So like they couldn't really come up with anything, and they hired Gary G Wiz, who was like a new addition to Public Enemy, and it kind of changed the sound of the album too. It kind of reminds me of Alchemist with Mobb Deep. And Gary G Wiz, I think he's Spanish, whatever, he's white and Spanish, whatever. It doesn't matter, but dope producer. He actually did the production, the score music to Juice, so he did that too as well. So I had to throw it out there. So but anyways, getting back to Enough Respect, like I said, I prefer the original version that was produced by Hank Shockley and Gary G Wiz, production wise, but the lyrics are the same. So I like the line when he said, "My vocabulary is very clever, like a trick hand, sinking them like quicksand, making the competition feel like they need a kickstand." So I like that. That was pretty dope. And track 15, finale, it's just him shouting out over a funky beat, and that's produced by Big Daddy Kane. All right. My overall thoughts of this album: very, very dope. I'm gonna say this. This is my favorite Big Daddy Kane album. I know some of you guys been asking me what's my favorite Kane album. I didn't want to say it until I reviewed this album, my favorite album. I felt like it was a very dope comeback album. Because especially at that time, like in the early '90s, from 90s to like '92, it was like a crazy year for Big Daddy Kane. That age rumor really fucked up his career, in my personal opinion. Which is unfortunate. You know what I mean? And I just love how aggressive the album is. Even like the lady tracks were dope. You know what I mean? So I felt like he kind of went back to Long Live the Kane, kind of paid homage to it, but like in 1993 form. Because 93 was like the year of the Roughnecks. Hence the name Roughnecks by MC Lyte. Very dope song as well. Definitely need to get more of her albums, but I know some of them go for like stupid money. The only albums I have from her is I have the Act Like You Know from '91. I have Ain't No Other. I have her As Bad As I Wanna Be '96. I think I have her seventh album. not the seventh album, the seventh album that came out in '98, which wasn't really that good. I gotta check and see. I got so much albums, but yeah, getting back to this album, fucking love this album. I love how aggressive this album is. Like I said, he kind of paid homage to the first album, in my personal opinion, where he just focused more on lyrics and hard beats and things like that. But like I said, in '93 form. And yeah, just love the overall look of the album. Just him in the hoodie, got the projects, kind of sets the tone of the album. Um, as always, all these albums are out of print, but it's this album is really cheap. You can get it cheap online, so it's not you're not gonna break your pockets. Unlike his early albums, his early albums tend to go for a little bit more money for some reason, but this album, um, you're not gonna break your pockets. I don't think so. Like every other album, didn't really sell very well. But you know, at that time, Big Daddy Kane, he wasn't as popular as he was in the late '80s. But you know what? He definitely delivered on this album, and that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that review. Definitely stay tuned for more. I'll definitely try to be more consistent. So I do apologize for the lack of videos. Just life is kicking my ass, but you know, like always, we're all gonna get through this. You know, everything with this whole pandemic, this war that's going on right now. Um, you know, my heart goes out to the families out there in Ukraine that has to fight that stupid war, Russia as well. You know what I mean? So, you know, shout out to my, you know, my Russian, you know, fans and my Ukrainian, all my people in Europe that watch me because that's my biggest fan base is people from Europe and like overseas. But yeah, Big Daddy Kane with looks like a job for his fifth album released in 1993. Very underrated album, my favorite Kane album, and that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you guys think. All right, peace.